Hello, hello. This is the LEGO Minecraft The Skull Arena set, and thank goodness this one includes 2 minifigures that feature brand new player skins. So fair warning here, I am biased. I really like the fact that these are not Steve and Alex. But beyond that, they're pretty cool skins. They're very different. You got the light versus dark, but it's not necessarily, good versus bad. I like the use of the gunmetal gray against the dark gray. It gives a nice effect when the light hits it right. For the one on the left, I'm going to bring this down for you real quick. I like the inclusion of the 2 gold weapons with the axe on the left and the sword on the right. Just seems appropriate for the setting here. Yeah, that figure on the right is really cool too. The print registration is a little bit off. It's not quite as squared up as it ought to be. There's a little bit of overlap here and there. No print around the backs of these. The figure on the right has the hip and hand pieces done in dark orange. That's what color that is, if it looks weird to you. But yeah, they're not Steve and Alex, and that alone is great. Now, the theme of this set in general is PvP, one of the more popular types of activities that people engage in Minecraft, always has been. And I don't think LEGO has really looked into that at all before this. So that's good, to do something different. This is basically just set up as a very small battle arena that is fully symmetrical. So one player starts out on one side, other player starts out on the other side, and you have just the little platforms to try to jump to get, either way. You don't have any ranged weapons to use here. You can try to get to this golden apple. Really nice to get that piece included in the set. But if you try to get to the golden apple, you might get shot because they have a slime shooter is what that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, I'm assuming, just a dispenser full of slime balls that will be activated mostly by this pressure plate here, I believe is what that's supposed to represent, what that's supposed to be. And the way that they've set that up as a physical thing here is just a remote flickfire missile shooter. So I'll just push it just a little bit just to get it to come out and not truly fire out. It just has a flickfire missile tail on it, so that'll come out and hit you. You want to try to fight your way to the center as well. I'm assuming this is set up where each player would just have a respawn timer and respawn back at their platform if they get defeated. So there's a little bit of back and forth battle that would occur, and you try to get to the health potions in the center. Maybe those respawn as well on a timer. But up top, you've got some extra equipment, and you've got a killer or evil bunny. So you want to fight towards the center. You want to get to the potions. You want to get to the stuff, whatever is in that chest. But once you get there, in addition to having to worry about your opponent, you also have a killer or evil bunny to deal with. That's a new print for the bunny, and it's cool. It's very obscure, and I appreciate that LEGO included something so obscure here. As for the chest, well, let's see what's inside there. This is probably going to be a game changer, because in the chest, a bow, so a ranged weapon, very useful, but also a shield. Yep. So you definitely want to get there. You want to be the first to get these for sure, and could be a game changer. And I'm assuming that there would just be, a number of lives that you get, and eventually somebody wins. It's all lava down below, so don't fall in. And that's pretty much it. It's not the most complex set. As a matter of fact, it's very simple to put it together. It's really made with a minimum number of pieces, but it's more the general concept and idea here that gives this its value and its interest. Not to mention, of course, the prints, especially with the players who have new skins, and they're not Steve and Alex, if I didn't mention that already. Do you care what it looks like from around the back? Well, if you do, I think I may have neglected to show that up to this point. Also, the center skull structure can be removed completely very easily. It's just on jumpers, so you can leave that like that to do something different. You can place this in a different spot. Doesn't really go anywhere else from what they have here all that well. You can place it on one of these and do some asymmetric warfare or something. But, you know, just set it up however you want. It's entirely up to you. And if you happen to see that right there and you're wondering what that is, well, it's actually just built into the plastic. It's a little scratched up, just a little flaw, a little production flaw. So this has a handful of very nice elements in it, including the figures that are not Steve and Alex, if I haven't mentioned that by now. But on a more serious note, I think the value here is actually pretty good. The pricing looks pretty good, not just on a price to part ratio, but price to volume of stuff ratio. This is fairly large, you know, covers a pretty good amount of space for how much you pay here. And yeah, I just feel in general the total volume of items that you get here, plus the quality of the prints, and also getting, you know, some relatively rare stuff is really nice. So this is a good deal in my opinion, and I'm glad they put it on the market. Hope they'll try more things like this in the future, right around this price point too. $20 and below is a really nice place to be, and a lot of people can afford to get sets at that level. Can't afford to get sets up at the $90 level. Looking at you, Bedrock Adventures. No, literally, I'm looking at you, Bedrock Adventures. I still have it in the studio right here. Yeah, anyway, that's it for my look at the Skull Arena, though. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you again soon.